Welcome back to the channel. So, AYN have done it again. They've dropped another video today. Today they are reviewing Fallout 4, which will be a well good game. It's a bit of a strange game to be tested on such new hardware. This game's what, 7, nearly 8 years old? So, you know, it should run brilliant on this. And I can see there's obviously no FSR in. I've actually watched the video through once already, just to make sure the footage looked pretty good. Yeah, it seems okay. Now, the one thing I have noticed is poor little GPU seems pegged at 100% all the time. So, I don't know how much memory they've committed to this, and if it's actually running at high settings. It doesn't look particularly high to me. Again, they've strangely set it at 15 watts. Seems to be some arbitrary figure they think is a good idea. 15 watts. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's also not enough to run a stable FPS. We'll see the FPS fluctuating quite wildly from the low 40s. We've seen here that it's dipping into the 30s. It'll go up to 60 when it's like quiet areas. It's, I mean, I wouldn't call that super playable. Again, like I said in my video yesterday, AYN made quite a lot of noise about the fact that they made their panel compatible with different refresh rates. So why not show that off in these videos? Set the refresh rate of the panel to 30 and target 30, and then see how low a wattage you can actually get. Obviously, it's pulling 15 watts and it's struggling to get near 60. It will hit 60 when you, in the later stages of this walkthrough, when you're the only person on screen. I just wouldn't feel great. I just seem that they're wasting power, and they're not showing off the APU in its best light, really, I think. So if they set the screen refresh to 30 watts, probably you'd get the APU probably run at 10 or 11 watts, holding a solid 30. With that slower refresh, but instead they're targeting these strange arbitrary power settings like 15 watts. It's not even pulling the full 15 watts some of the time. It's pulling 14, and yet it's still struggling to maintain a stable FPS. Now the frame time graph looks pretty flat. There's occasional little spike on it that you can see. We'll just fast forward a bit because it's mostly just slight cutscenes. I mean, there's not much happening here. And as you can see, it's really just playing through stock footage. So let's get forward to this point. As you can see, it's doing 60 FPS when there's absolutely nothing happening, and yet the frame time graph is quite peaky looking. And let's get forward to this bit here. Still holding a nice stable 60 FPS, but again, you're kind of just watching something that's happening, so you would expect that, and yet it's still pulling the full 15 watts. That poor little GPU is pegged at 100%. We'll cut to the final part of their footage, and even then you're the only person on screen, and look, 40 FPS, 41 FPS. No, all you're doing is walking around an empty room. I mean, I'm guessing it's running at 1080p, as I say at the top here, but what's the point in running at 1080p when you can't get a stable frame rate? Far better to lock the hertz speed of the panel to something like 30 or 40. Run the game at 720 or maybe 800p. 720 would probably look great if you set it to high settings. You'd probably easily get a nice stable FPS, but they're just not doing that here. It's very odd. Anyway, if you like what I do, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.